Good evening, good afternoon, one and all to the K12 Esports League Twitch live. Definitely some different faces this week as Loyola University has done it for us this past season, and we really appreciate that. But for semifinals, I'm Dustin Owens, one of the co-hosts and co-coordinators for the K12 Esports League, along with Robbie Menegdeg, the program manager. Robbie, we are in week two semifinals for Marvel Rivals, specifically tonight with a CAVA VAVA matchup. What do you think we have going on today?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe we're semifinals already. Marvel Rivals coming up. Cannot wait. It's gonna be an insane match against the VAVA Bubble Buddies team. Going up against the Kava Bears one team as well. Last week we did see the Kava Bears two team on stream, so it will be a little bit of a different lineup for sure. But super excited for this one, and we are actually in picks and bans, so I think we're gonna send it over to that the gameplay here. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Ugh. Oh man, it went away. Awesome. But we're in our picks and bans, and before I send it over to Dustin, for breaking down what we're kind of seeing here, I got a couple things to shout out just real quick. Number one, we are on a stream delay here today. About I believe it is a 3-minute stream delay. Dustin can double check me on that one. Also, this is a high school esports league, so as always, we keep the chat vibey, we keep it positive. You are at a school event, so everything is going to be school appropriate, right? With all of that being said, lastly, Dustin definitely has played quite a bit more Marvel Rivals than I have. I have played the game very little, so I'm here to provide what I can. Dustin is going to be our knowledge here today. And then one more time, shout out Loyola University for helping us stream the regular season matchups. They did incredible. They are on winter break at this point, so you will have Dustin and myself for semifinals and the championship match next week. But Dustin, you got about 20 seconds. Talk me through bans really quickly.
Yeah, so we're seeing some of this strategy come out. We noticed on the Kava side there was the Lord icon for the Iron Fist, which Vava has banned. Vava also banned the Invis Woman and Moon Knight, while Kava has banned the Hella Penny and Hawkeye, which is definitely crucial, I think, to some of the Vava offense that we have seen throughout the season and everything. I know that there's a really good Hawkeye within that bunch on the red team. And then kind of having some of those locks in place with the mag, the Jeff, and everything like that too. So these teams have definitely done some of their homework in terms of what each of the players have, what heroes they select, who they're good with, and we're going to kind of see how this strategy is going to pan out as we kind of head into Shin Shibuya. For this best of three matchup, doing a little bit of analysis. Each of these teams were pretty close throughout the season. Kava currently at 6-1, whereas the Bubble Buddies are at currently 6-2, with a week one loss to actually this Kava Bears red team.
Yeah, so looking for some revenge here today are the Bubble Buddies. But here we go, right into the action here. We will be on board with the Magneto to start this one off for the Bubble Buddies team. And Bubble Buddies is on attacking side to start. So they will have to walk this payload is kind of what it's called in Overwatch. Not sure if they have changed the name for Marvel Rivals, but they're going to be walking this payload as far as they can, with Kava on the defensive side, hoping to stop it for as long as possible. But on board here with Perplex, hitting some actually really nice shots here with the Punisher as well. And they will take down the Hulk fully, which is actually really good. I feel like that Hulk may have overextended there just a little bit, getting caught out by themselves.
Yeah, and I really like what Perplex was doing on the Winter Soldier, coming back and peeling for his teammates to make sure his healers and everything stay alive on that back line as that Daredevil or that Black Panther, the Black Panther and everything comes in. So kudos to that for having that team. And yeah, just the payload for this is just called Convoy, but it's essentially the same thing. So all good there. We are going to see Luna's ult come out from the Kava side as they try to push in, and we're going to see the Gambit ult come in as well from the Kava side. really trying to stop this convoy and get this VAVA team pushed back.
I like the cold.
They are going to get the Gambit on the one side. There are 3 ultimates on the VAVA side currently. Mag is going to go down.
Strong together.
And I think they're just going to, CAVA's going to kind of win this particular fight as VAVA regroups to get back on this point. We'll see Winter Soldier's ult come out and the Daredevil ult coming out at the same time.
Pay those fools no mind.
That is one of the things I'm going to be watching very closely here today, as Loyola and the amazing casters over there kind of shouted it out all season. Your ult play really is what can put you above some of the other teams here that we do have. So using those ults when you have them, using them in conjunction with your teammates, getting the most use out of the ultimates is really something that is super important when we're looking at a game like Marvel Rivals. And just to talk really quickly before we get back to the gameplay and the analysis there, very excited and very happy that we were able to bring Marvel Rivals here to the K12 Esports League. And with the picks and bans and things like that, it is a very unique game where there's a little bit of scouting that can definitely happen prior to the match. So shout out to both VAVA and CAVA for doing their research, as you mentioned earlier. But we are on board here with, I believe that's Pib on the Hulk, doing what they can here for CAVA. Has had to back away just a little bit. We'll get some heals as well from their teammates. Back up to 702 HP. Gonna now look for a lone Bubble Buddies player.
Yeah, this Hulk's,
See if they can do some damage.
this Hulk's trying to do a good job for his team, trying to not allow VAVA to push too far forward. It looked like a couple of the CAVA players that Mr. Fantastic and Magneto had to come back from spawn. Looks like both of their healers are down, so this is actually going to be a little bit of a team wipe. Hibologist gonna have to get out of there. Mr. Fantastic taking some damage too. Is not probably gonna last much longer and is gonna go down there. Kudos to VAVA for getting that particular fight in. And they're gonna continue to push this payload on to point number 2, which comes right up here around this arch.
And shout out to VAVA right there, able to win that team fight and almost get a full team wipe without using any ultimates. They now have all 6 ultimates online. We are looking at 5 ultimates right now for the CAVA Bears. The Magneto ult does come out, does not get very much use out of it at all, but again, 5 ultimates up still for the Bubble Buddies. Looks like Emma Frost did use their ultimate for them, but this is going to be an insane fight here with quite a lot of utility for both teams, as we do see CAVA take down 3 of the VAVA players.
Yeah, and just a note here, we have 4 ults online for the CAVA team, as well as 5 ults online, with Emma not far back for getting their ultimate on the VAVA side. So I am curious to see if they're going to have to use any of these ults to get this payload push. Looks like Winter Soldier is going to go down for the VAVA team. The Daredevil and the Gambit ult's going to come out, as well as Magneto. Going to try to get that Luna, and does. All of the healers from the CAVA side. Only one left is Hibologist on the Hulk, and it looks like he's going to get reduced to Bruce Banner and very quickly go down, allowing VAVA to get here to point 2. Very good use of ults from the VAVA squad coming out this time.
Absolutely, and they still have 3 more online as well. So full team wipe does come out from VAVA with more utility. Three ultimates per team as well. So I think this next fight really depends on if any ults do get used and how well they are used as well. With VAVA being past that second point, they are on the final stretch of walking this payload to its final destination and winning this first round here. Pip jumping in again as the Hulk for the CAVA Bears does get reduced back down to Bruce Banner. We do see Mr. Fantastic up in the front for the CAVA Bears as well, soaking in a lot of damage, will eventually go down. This Emma Frost doing what they do, throwing up that shield, putting down a little bit of damage as well. And this Doctor Strange staying alive for a long time here in the back line.
I was going to say, we're going to see some from CAVA, going to see a couple of those ultimates come out to try to stop this payload. This is honestly, in my opinion, on this particular map, probably the hardest corner that can really stall out for a while, depending on how aggressive the offense is, as well as the defense. But once they get around this corner, it's really not that much further for VAVA to push this convoy up to get the win in this particular round.
Yeah, and CAVA needs to survive here for the next minute and 20. Otherwise, that payload does reach its final destination, as I shouted out a few moments ago. Again, I have not played too much of Marvel Rivals, but it does look like this corner, this chokehold, this choke point, it looks very difficult for the offense, as the spawn point for the defense is so close.
Only 60 seconds left.
But doing a great job is VAVA at the moment. Does get 2 eliminations. They are almost there, almost able to finish this payload and get it to its to the winning point. But we will see one of the CAVA players go down as well. Emma Frost here, Norxu for VAVA in the back line,
I don't have to be center stage.
doing what they do.
Be strong together.
Smiley face for CAVA,
Down to 30 seconds.
trying to put down as much damage and heals as possible. Very low though at the moment, getting some heals, very good. Good job to their teammate for getting that out there.
You need me.
CAVA able to stop the payload right at the final point. 15 seconds left here for CAVA. I'm sorry, for VAVA to finish this one out.
Yeah, this is huge. This is the reason why it's so difficult, I think, on offense for this third point to really be captured, because of this right here. You have those stealing, and CAVA is going to hold them to just 2 points. However, in order for CAVA to get the full effect, they do have to push it past the point that VAVA got in order to be able to take this particular round. So be curious how the defense coming out from the Bubble Buddies is going to fare against the CAVA offense coming this round.
Yeah, and basically, you just mentioned it, right, Dustin? But basically, CAVA is going to have to finish and get the payload all the way to the final destination for that one. That'll secure the win for them, because VAVA got so close. Great hold there by the CAVA Bears to at the very end to make sure that they didn't fully finish it. So CAVA has a little bit of time. They just have to get it further than VAVA did within the time limit.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. That was a really good push by VAVA. You could tell that they brought in, they switched out for that Doctor Strange last second to try to get the teleport off. Had pretty good timing overall, but unfortunately not quite quick enough to be able to get on the point to be able to keep that overtime piece from running out. So, as you mentioned before, CAVA's going to have to push this all the way pretty much to truly get the full win for this
The
round.
battle starts in 5, 4.
Yeah, and
3,
already what I'm seeing is a crazy matchup. I hope we go to a game 3 here today. Just the simple fact that CAVA was able to stop them right at the last moment. VAVA has some really good pushes. CAVA has some really good defensive holds as well. But here we go into round 2 of this game number 1. On board here with Zeke's, I think, on the Magneto here for Bubble Buddies, doing what Magneto does. Doctor Strange here for the CAVA team, putting out a lot of shields, doing that shield attack. Does get pulled into the back line though, able to survive so far, getting some heals as well. Good play by the CAVA Bears healers to keep this Doctor Strange alive here at the moment.
Yeah, kudos to Mr. Fantastic for kind of being able to take point for a second, so that way that team could continue pushing while Doctor Strange was able to kind of get back out. Kudos to those strategists keeping him alive. That's what's going to keep this push going for the CAVA team, but VAVA is going to be able to come in just a little bit and push them back to where VAVA is going to have to get back on point and take over the convoy again to keep it moving. Only switch out I've seen this round is on the CAVA side. We are looking at the Loki, but I don't think there's been any changes from the VAVA team this front round.
I believe you're correct there, but at the moment we will see 2 wipes for the VAVA team. CAVA able to take down 2 players, so able to continue pushing this payload further and further up. They're having a really good run here at the start of this game, a little bit more than halfway on this first point.
And we notice on the CAVA side, pretty much all their ults online, not much farther for Hulk. Currently 4 ults online for the VAVA team. Daredevil and Luna not too far from getting there, so might see some very interesting gameplay coming up and see who's going to outlet who. And we're going to see 3 ults come out from VAVA, 4 ults come out from VAVA. And there was a really good ult there from Mag, getting 4 between the ultimates coming out, leaving only the Luna and the Hulk
These are sounds I never
in place. They're going to have to back up. But the good thing for the CAVA squad here, Strange is going to be opening a portal, and we're probably going to see some ults come online.
Yeah, the Strange portal comes out immediately. Hulk, ult, and Mr. Fantastic ult come out. They're looking for a squad wipe here. A couple of players on the Bubble Buddies did get stunned. 2 will go down. 1 ult does come out for the Bubble Buddies as well. On that, remind me, Dustin, who's that character on the far right that did just get knocked out?
That is Luna Snow, and we're actually going to have both heals going down with Gambit, so the only 2 left online for VAVA is Winter Soldier and Daredevil at the moment, so they're going to have to back up and wait for the remainder of their team. Good push from VAVA to get this first checkpoint onto the next one.
Good push from CAVA to get that one really opened up with that Doctor Strange portal. They knew exactly what the play call was going to be, and they executed. And that is when we're looking at teams to make it to the championship match, that is what we are looking for. That is what will get you there for sure. But at the moment, only 1 ultimate online here for the CAVA Bears on that Loki. So we'll see if they use it or if they wait. Everyone else getting pretty close to the ults on the Bubble Buddy side for CAVA. We do see a Doctor Strange ult come online, but nobody else really too close other than that Mr. Fantastic. But CAVA, I feel like, has continued to push this payload, as we will see the Mr. Fantastic get another KO as well. 2 players down here for VAVA at the moment. And just as I was trying to say, the payload, or the convoy, excuse me, has been moving for CAVA, I feel like, this entire time. So they are making great progress. They're going to have a lot of time during this point number 3, or sorry, for point number 3 after this checkpoint number 2 to win this round.
Yeah, I can definitely attest that the convoy was being pushed the whole time, especially through the second point here. Very good Emma Strange ult there,
goodness.
along with Luna and Daredevil's ult, looking to get this final one. I believe it's going to find it. They're going to stop CAVA right here at the at point number 2. CAVA, though, having 5 ults currently online. Looking pretty good for them to be able to come back and continue pushing this load.
By the eye of Agamotto.
So that was a crazy play there from the Bubble Buddies using all their ults. CAVA going to answer right back though. Use some ults of their own. 4 players for the Bubble Buddies do go down. CAVA now pushing this convoy forward into this this building here on Shin Shibuya.
And we still have yet to see the Loki ult. Hasn't been necessary just yet, but that could very well come in handy during this last point push here, especially if they decide to double up on the heals, taking maybe even a Luna ult, but not quite paying attention, I believe. What is going to get caught off guard and go down. So both strategists for the CAVA Bears are currently down. VAVA's going to have a chance to kind of push in and get them off of this convoy.
Wow, super unfortunate there for the CAVA Bears. I'm not sure if they weren't aware of that angle or what happened there, but 2 players do get chunked very low and taken down very, very quickly. But back to what I believe is a full team fight here, where we'll see 1 player, 2 players drop for the Bubble Buddies, make that 4, and they are looking for a full squad wipe, and they will get it.
Let us meet the Weaver.
And yeah, CAVA keeping this convoy moving. VAVA is going to have to get back out on this point very quickly. As you can see, all they have to do is get to this blue line right here. We are going to see Gambit's ult come out, which is definitely going to help VAVA, as well as the Mag ult. The Mag ult's not going to find anybody. Loki is going to bring his ult and use that Luna ult to be able to heal their team and keep them in place. Then we're going to see an ult come out here from Emma.
You did your part.
Is going to get the Daredevil.
I've lost control. I'm opening a portal.
What a crazy hold from the Bubble Buddies there. Able to knock down 3 CAVA players and stopped the offensive push. That was actually wild. Was that the Emma Frost ult there, Dustin?
Sorry, I was holding my breath there for a second. We see the Daredevil ult and Luna ult come out from the VAVA bubble ready. Ult is going to come out from CAVA. Going to try to take up as much of this space and get VAVA out of there as possible. Ult doing a really good job at keeping.
I unleash the Vishanti.
We're going to see Eye of Agamotto come out. VAVA hanging on with 2 people, but no strategist. Daredevil's going to have a handful. And Calva's going to get that fight. And that might do it.
Might do it for us here.
Not quite. Actually,
24
VAVA's
seconds. Unfortunately, with staggered spawns, VAVA had to go in 1 by 1. Will all get taken down as well, and CAVA will walk that convoy past where VAVA had it and take game number 1. It was coming down to the wire there, though, Dustin. I believe only about 15 seconds were left on the clock for CAVA to finish that one out with a very clutch play to end it. And I think what really started out was after VAVA got 3 knockouts, I believe, onto CAVA, they regrouped, and I don't know if you caught it there, Dustin, but Dr. Strange put down their portal right above where the convoy was, and I believe I saw all 6 players from CAVA take that and start that fight. That happened about maybe 30-45 seconds before the game did actually officially end here. But talk me through some of the stats, talk me through what you're seeing here in the post-game report, Dustin.
Sure, yeah, we're seeing these 2 teams, obviously extremely close matchup. Really just a difference in who was able to push it that extra inch basically over the line to be able to get the convoy. But overall, a very well-rounded spread of the teams and everything between the players. Everybody's doing what they need to do in terms of their roles. You're seeing a lot of very good heals coming in. You're seeing the tanks taking those space and everything, and you're seeing those duelists put up those numbers. I mean, look at the MVP. Obviously, we have 41 kills to only 12 deaths, which is insane. The other Daredevil being the SVP at 45 and 8 kills. So you know everybody's doing the right role. You know everybody is on point. It just happened to be CAVA coming out on top in this particular round, but really good job. I like these comps that I'm seeing and everything too. So I'll be curious to see how this continues on into round 2 as we head into Convergence, which is going to be obviously that kind of similar feel to Convoy, but they do have to capture a point first before they can move the convoy forward. But I'll be curious to see if some of these bans stay. I'm sure some of them in some ways will, but you never know what could come depending on the map and everything that we have up next.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I'm going to be looking at is the side swaps, right? Because I feel like I played quite a bit of Overwatch in my time, right? And sometimes when you get to choose what side you start on, that can really change the entire game for you, right? VAVA being on the attacking side first sets the pace. And a lot of times I like to be on the team that does get to set the pace. And get a chance to finish it as quickly as you can, and then put the other team in a situation where they feel pressured to obviously do better than you on the offensive end than the other team, right? But as Dustin mentioned, we'll be coming up on Convergence next, which got to capture a point, then move the convoy. It's basically a hybrid between what our last map would be or will be if we get to see it, and the map that we just saw.
And it looks like for the Convergence map, we're actually going to be heading to the Hall of Dajalia. Definitely a well-rounded map here. We're going to look at what the teams are thinking for these bans. We are going to see Hawkeye come back out for as a ban on the CAVA side, knowing that Hawkeye is going to be in the wings for the VAVA team. We're going to see the Daredevil lock-in, which I think is a great move, honestly, for either of these teams, given the fact of what we just saw from that last round. And we're going to see Iron Fist, be on the chopping block here as well. Invis is actually a really good lock. She's a really good strategist, especially in the current season with the way her kit and everything works. A very valuable healer indeed. and then we'll obviously having, it looks like they're going to select Luna again, which I think is a very good pick. I don't foresee her. Oh, and I go figure. I didn't think Caster's Curse would work on the bans and locks, but they actually are going to ban Luna this round. So as soon as it go figure, as soon as I'm saying that, Winter Soldier is going to be banned, which I think is a very smart pick. Probably coming in from that CAVA side, even though I believe CAVA did have the Winter Soldier during the last round as well. But it looks like some of these teams have some very versatile players in terms of who they play, which is super, super important, especially when you have this many picks and bans.
Absolutely. And I want to talk about one thing coming from the Bubble Buddies lineup here, being the lock-in on Daredevil. You mentioned it's good for both teams, and so that's where the strategy can get a little bit wild almost in a way. The MVP and the SVP last game were both Daredevils, so choosing that one for VAVA, obviously Fireplace very comfortable on that one, probably wants their comfort pick, but I'd be interested to see if we do go to a game 3, if one of these teams actually uses it as their first ban, just to throw a little bit of a mix-up in there, take the best player from both teams as far as what the stats said last game, and force them to play on a different champion. But talk us through our final 2 bans here, Dustin.
So it looks like we're going to have the Penny ban, which honestly, like, unless you're going to pair the Penny up with the Rocket, it's not that Penny's not valuable, but with the Rocket, it definitely makes a little bit of a difference, especially on the defensive side. It's hard to play Penny on the offensive, though it can be done in the right hands, as any of these players and characters can be. But we're also going to see a Hulk ban, which definitely I think is going to hurt a little bit on that CAVA side a little bit more. Does look like we have a Magneto that's going to come out on the CAVA Bear side, and it seems like they're very well versed on that character, so nothing wrong there. I'm curious. Cap can be a very good dive tank pick. Again, in the right hands, can be a very annoying character to play against, especially anytime you get a dive tank that can really work in and out and kind of turn your attention to like the back line. Can really be troublesome. But on Hollow the Dahlia, again, Convergence have to get to the point first, and then continue moving this convoy through the points.
You have to stop them from securing the mission
one thing I
area.
love about Marvel Rivals, I mean, who doesn't love Marvel, right? The amount of characters already in this game and the amount of characters that they can bring in is amazing. I love seeing the variety here from our players as well. A lot of the same picks, but super, super hyped to see a Psylocke come out for Perplex and Lord Sue changing onto this this Venom here for this game as well. Pibs on the Captain America, I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on, because they were playing really well on that Hulk last game. So can they have the same impact on Cap here in this game number 2? As a reminder, everyone, we are in a best of 3 series here for the semifinals. So if CAVA Bears do win this game number 2, they will be our winners today and move on to the championship match. If Bubble Buddies win this one, we will be going to a 3rd game. And selfishly, I want to see nothing but a 3rd game here today. Very, very selfishly, just want to see more amazing, incredible gameplay. But Dustin, let's bring us back to the gameplay here. Talk me through what you're seeing at the current moment.
CAVA trying to come in and take this point is going to lose a couple players. They're a little split up at the moment. Going to have to probably try to regroup before they can really stack up against this VAVA defense at the moment, because VAVA was able to hold that point relatively well. They're all charging their ults at the moment. Almost full on a couple of them. VAVA looks like, with the Venom and everything, is going to try to be a little bit of a nuisance for that CAVA team, trying to come back in, doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. But overall, some really good and competitive gameplay we've seen so far. We're going to see Venom ult come out, and we're also going to see the Cloak and Dagger ult come out from the CAVA side. And a lot's been going on with the Jeff ult. Jeff is going to get taken out.
Much better.
We do have a CAVA ult online with Invis. If they needed, and that ult from VAVA is going to get canceled out, unfortunately for Magneto, and VAVA is going to have to come back. But
VAVA able to hold strong there, as VAVA did use a lot of their ults. It started with that Venom ult. I would have loved to have seen a little bit of quicker follow-up from the rest of Bosu's teammates there after that ult did come out from the Venom. They chunked down, I believe, 3 players under 50%, but unable to get any KOs at the moment. Another fight going on at the moment, though. Bubble Buddies able to get 2 down, did use 3 ults there to secure them, make that 3. We will see a triple come out from Perplex on this Psylocke. What an amazing play there from them.
Yeah, it was a really good stop there initially. CAVA does currently have 3 ults online. Most likely going to probably see some of that come out. Black Panther is going to have to be a little bit selective as to when they use theirs, based on what we're seeing so far this matchup. But it looks like Black Panther is going to go down for the Bears. Daredevil going down for VAVA. Venom going down for VAVA. And Daredevil going down for CAVA as well. We have Captain on the strategist.
CAVA, though, successfully able to capture the point and are now moving this convoy forward. So they made it through the first part of this map, now walking that convoy as far as they can, hopefully to the very end. Of course, that is what they want. VAVA wanting to stop them as far back as possible. But take a look at the CAVA Bears side of the team. All 6 ultimates online. I'm very interested to see how this does play out, but the Jeff ult from VAVA will catch, I believe was 5 players, but unable to do much more than just catching them. 6 ults still online here for CAVA, and they are moving this payload forward at a very, very quick pace.
Yeah, we're going to see 3 ults come out from VAVA.
Feeling
We're going to
fantastic.
see both of the healer ults come out, along with that Black Panther ult. Magneto's going to try to get these strategists. He's not going to find anybody there. We still have 3 ults online for the CAVA team, and they have pushed it to the second checkpoint here. And so now on to the last point for the CAVA Bears. VAVA going to have to really be on the defensive to keep this. But again, I feel like the last choke point right here in this hall it can get really, really chaotic when it starts coming to competitive gameplay.
It does look like it can get really chaotic. The good thing here for CAVA, still have 2 minutes and 53 seconds to walk this payload all the way in and secure the final checkpoint here on this map. And have the payload already, convoy, already more than halfway here at this point. The Magneto here for the CAVA Bears going very, very low. Pickle able to survive though thus far, will get taken down. That's actually 3 KOs here. Fireplace on their Daredevil, 4 Bubble Buddies able to take down at least 2 of those 3 as well. So resetting here will be CAVA. Good hold by the VAVA Bubble Buddies.
Try saying that 5 times.
Yeah.
We are going to see CAVA coming back in, actually on a Thor, which is going to be a little bit of a switch up. Trying to see if they can get some more pressure. We are going to see the ultimate from Daredevil come out on the CAVA side. He's going to find a couple, and actually that's going to take out
Jarson.
all 5 of them from the VAVA team. Another one, and VAVA having to reset. CAVA's being able to push this payload just inside this hall. Trying to push it to
Jarson on the CAVA Bears. Jarson for the CAVA Bears able to get a lot of use out of their ultimate there. That was a very good Daredevil play by them. But back to what's currently happening. Pip on this Thor goes in the air. Will slam, unfortunately for them, on top of that flower bed. Not able to actually get the damage that they were looking for. So this may open up the Bubble Buddies to a little bit of an opportunity. Unfortunately for them, CAVA holds very strong. 4 players down for the Bubble Buddies, and that will secure the point here for CAVA. Successfully completing every objective for that round with 1 minute and 4 seconds left as well. The Bubble Buddies for VAVA will need to do the exact same thing, just in a faster time frame.
Yeah, and there was a lot going on there at the end. Obviously, we saw some different ults coming out. Unfortunately, I know the mag ult coming out from the VAVA side wasn't able to find anybody right off. Couple times that happened throughout this matchup. Just having that cloak and dagger, trying to get a hold to them, or even the invis ult to be able to shut that one down, and unfortunately just wasn't able to find them. We are going to see a little bit of a different strategy, which I'm not actually opposed to at all, because this has been a really strong strategy. What I've seen, at least so far, in some of the play from Chapter 5, is actually having
30 seconds before
three
you
strategists.
attack. Get ready.
So they're going to have the 3 strategists, the 2 tanks, and then the DPS with the Namor coming in here. I'm not upset with this, because Gambit can actually hold a lot of value too, with the damage piece and everything, especially having the ult on mine. The ult builds really quick. But yeah, having that triple support is going to be very interesting
The
for the
battle
VAVA
starts
team.
in 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, a
2,
little bit of a switch up
1.
for them on the
All you
lineup.
need to do is capture the
Interested to
mission
see
area. Got
how
it?
this does fare for them, as they do need to finish this entire map to take this game win over the CAVA Bears. And as a reminder, VAVA needs to win this map to send us to a game number 3. If CAVA does successfully stop VAVA here, we will be seeing CAVA in the championship match next week. And already on this point are the Bubble Buddies, able to also knock down one of the CAVA players. This Doctor Strange in Zeke's playing very well at the moment. Good shield does come out, still full health as well. The healers for the Bubble Buddies doing their jobs, and able to successfully push the CAVA Bears back pretty far off this point already are the Bubble Buddies. So starting off really well in this first round. That Magneto super low will go down for the CAVA Bears. Bubble Buddies in a prime position to get a lot of progress here on this point and get this convoy moving very quickly.
Yeah, and actually, VAVA being able to push in is going to find a strategist and find both strategists. It's actually going to give them just a little extra time, because they were able to take out both of the tanks first and then finally get to the strategist there at the end. So it's going to take a minute for their healers to kind of come back online. Currently, Thor for Pibologist is the only one not quite able to go back in and contest the point just yet. Gonna try to do a little bit of poke damage here initially. We do have Black Panther kind of sneaking around here in the back. Looks like he's gonna try to move in, see if he can get anybody. He's gonna try to do a little bit of damage, but he's gonna get caught in the crossfire. We are gonna have Rocket ult as well as Venom ult come online for the VAVA team.
Behold the god of thunder!
And that was a great flank there by the Black Panther on the Bubble Buddies team. Unfortunately, unable to get a lot of pressure out of it. The Namor, though, for them, on Perplex, doing so much damage here at the moment. Those spears hit hard if you hit them, and we will see them hit 2 back-to-back, get a triple for themselves. Does opt to not push in too far. Great mindset and decision there by Perplex here on this Namor. You know, sometimes you get that triple, you want to fish for the quad, fish for the quint, but again, good discipline coming out from Perplex on that one, not pushing too far and losing their life here on this one unnecessarily.
And that Magneto is going to use their ult and be able to help to get that Doctor Strange down. From the VAVA side, Doctor Strange going to have to come back out. So CAVA is going to cap point for the moment. Looks like we saw Pib switch over here to the Thing, another dive type tank, so be very annoying. We are going to see the Gambit ult come out online for VAVA, as well as the Invis ult come out for CAVA. Pib trying to hold on. Strategist doing a really good job of keeping him healed, even as low as he is, and is just going to succumb to some of that extra damage. We're going to see Cloak and Dagger ult come out from the CAVA side, looking like we're going to be able to have CAVA still kind of keeping control at this point at the
My
moment.
time to shine.
Currently not budging.
Yeah, and I'd actually love to see Lorksu try and back up here. Venom very, very tanky with some of those self-heals as well, able to stay alive for a long time. But Deco was trying to say if Lorksu could have disengaged and gotten back to their teammates just to regroup all together, that would have been ideal. Now the rest of his teammates are having to wait for him to spawn up. Now a full set of 6 charging to this convoy. This next team fight is going to be one to watch, as we do have a couple of ults online and a few more that are very close to being ready as well. The Bubble Buddy side going to have 3 at the moment, only 2 on the CAVA side. Can Bubble Buddies get some good use out of them? And they will take down their Daredevil, which is one of the ults that was on the CAVA side. So 2 ults coming out here for the Bubble Buddies. That's the Rocket and the Invis Woman. Able to get 2 more KOs, make that 3 on the CAVA Bears team. They should be able to push this payload pretty far up, maybe even secure this first checkpoint on the payload, and get to this final stretch of this game.
Yeah,
we got a 1v1 happening right now, and we will see Larson back down.
Those were really good ult usage to be able to get that that convoy pushed a little further. We are going to see Eye of Agamotto come out from the VAVA side. Is going to capture some people, but not able to capitalize and get any of the KOs off of that.
Tremble before fast!
Namor able to get
VAVA
one.
though playing before dropping. I was about to say VAVA playing super well at the moment, but actually will go down and most likely be a kind of delayed team wipe here, as Lorksu will be able to survive. Again, Venom's so tanky, especially with those self heals. Able to back away for the moment, but wanted to say that VAVA has made a lot of great progress here. They do have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. I'm not exactly sure how the timer works in this one, so either they have a full 2 minutes or they actually only have 1 minute to beat CAVA here in this game. But CAVA had 5 ults online, 2 have been used at this point in time. Nobody down from either team just yet either, so very good play coming out of all of the damage dealers, the tanks, as well as I specifically want to shout out the healers, able to keep everybody alive. But the Bubble Buddies will begin to fall one by one. 3 players do go down in a kind of a delayed way, so CAVA holding very strong, keeping the Bubble Buddies really close to the start of the convoy of the second checkpoint here.
Yeah, and we are going to see the 3 ults online for VAVA, but we also have 3 ults online for CAVA as some of these start to climb. We're actually going to see all 3 come out at the same time with Dr. Strange and Viz, and I believe it was Namor at the same time. They are going to get almost a full team wipe, not quite, where VAVA is actually going to take control of the convoy to be able to push it a little further.
Only 60 seconds left.
My goodness, I feel like I'm holding my breath a whole lot, as this game is so tight. VAVA currently full control of the convoy, able to continue pushing this, but the thing for me is CAVA currently with 3 ults online, about to have a 4th. 2 ults will be used. We'll see the Thing's ult come out, as well as Larson's. The Thing able to do so much damage here for the CAVA Bears. That will be a full squad wipe of the VAVA Bubble Buddies. So much pressure and good use coming out of those 2 ults from both Pib and I believe Larson on the CAVA Bears.
That was huge, and it's going to force VAVA to come out in the portal here from Doctor Strange. It is going to be a successful portal, though, to be able to get on point, but very quickly, those strategists for the VAVA team go down. There is 1 left with Gambit using this portal. Oh, and he's going to get caught. Oh, he was able to get back through just in time to stay on the point. Gambit and Invis Woman for VAVA go down. Invis going down for CAVA. Strange going down for VAVA. Not many left.
VAVA needs to touch payload.
They do have. Oh, and he
Emperor,
has a
last one there.
Oh, but it
unfortunately
counted.
will
2, 3.
walked too far away from the payload at that current moment, unable to keep that overtime timer ticking there. We will see CAVA Bears win game number 2 as well as game number 1, making them the winners of this best of 3 series. CAVA Bears, we will see you in the championship game next week up against either the K12 PEA Wolves or the Idaho Cyber Wolves. But for the VAVA Bubble Buddies, we will also see them next week in the 3rd and 4th place matchup. But really quickly, Dustin, talk to me through what you're seeing here in this stat sheet here at the end of game number 2.
Very, very close in terms of VAVA coming in, and not as close as the first round, obviously, but really good job at pushing the payload or the convoy as quickly or as far as you could. We're seeing a lot of damage block. The tanks are absorbing so much different damage throughout this whole matchup. But again, each side is still relatively even in terms of what everybody's doing for their role. Some really good heals coming on. 45,000 heals. I'm going to tell you right now that is extremely impressive coming out from the Cloak and Dagger and everything. Given the fact that VAVA obviously has the spread from the 3 healers in general, that 45,000, kudos to these strategists. They're the ones keeping their teams alive while they continue to work and do their stuff either as damage or as tanks and everything. It's definitely a huge testament to why this CAVA team won, I believe. But VAVA having some really good points, I think, with some of those bans and everything, with the Hawkeye especially, and even a little bit with that Winter Soldier, I think in some ways made a difference. But I think they try to adapt as best as they could. And it definitely shows that both of these teams deserve to be here in the semifinals. And we saw some really, really close gameplay, regardless of the outcome today.
Absolutely. Actually, keep us here on this stat screen for just a moment, Dustin. I want to talk about just a few things very, very quickly. Very interesting to me, right? We do see the Bubble Buddies lock in Daredevil on their picks and bans. Actually, don't end the game on their Daredevil. On the CAVA Bears end, I believe Jarson's KD in the first map and the second map was both 43 and 8. So that is one thing that is screaming at me at the moment. Also, again, shout out little smiley face. 45,000 on the healing is absolutely insane. And then also shout out to Perplex on the damage for the VAVA Bubble Buddies. 55% for their accuracy is actually nuts. So I just wanted to call out those few things there. We can go ahead and come to the cameras if you are ready here, Dustin, if there's anything else you wanted to shout out.
Yeah, actually, the last thing I did want to shout out is you actually notice the damage from Perplex outweighs it's literally everybody else. 29,000 damage is no joke. So definitely kudos to, again, all the players. Some really, really good highlights throughout all of these. Keep on practicing, keep on doing what you do. We'll see some of you back, obviously, coming back next season, and we'll see how this competition changes or how it fares up. But some really, really, again, good competitive gameplay. I'm very, very excited going into the championship matchup next week.
Absolutely, me too. And just I have to spend just a little bit more time on shouting out each and every single one of these 12 players that we saw on stream today, making it to semifinals in a very competitive Marvel Rivals season for the K12 Esports League is wild. I want to shout out also one player particularly that I wanted to, but I forgot in the moment. But I believe Zeke's on the Doctor Strange for both games for the Bubble Buddies. I may be mistaken there, but they had some really insane portals that, you know, I'd say it was a 50-50. Those portals worked out super well for VAVA, or, you know, they had to do the portal play and then it didn't end up working out. But the portals were super on point there for Zeke's on that one from the Bubble Buddies. But again, we see CAVA Bears take down VAVA today in a 2-0 fashion in this Marvel Rivals K12 Esports League Fall Season 2025 semifinals matchup. One more time, we will see CAVA Bears in the championship game next week. The VAVA Bubble Buddies will be playing in that 3rd and 4th place matchup. just a couple more shout outs here. Shout out to our players, not only that we saw on stream today, those that are playing in the other semifinals match off stream, and everybody else as well. Whether you're a Smash Bros. Player, a Fortnite player, and everything in between, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to our parents and our guardians. I saw actually a couple of y'all in the chat, so big shout out to you. We appreciate you. Thank you for letting your students participate with us here at the K12 Esports League. And finally, shout out to our coaches, because without them, none of this is possible. We're going to see you all tomorrow for Rocket League varsity action, Thursday for Fortnite varsity action, and then make sure you tune in next week because the championship week is going to be absolutely insane. Dustin, I think that'll do it for me here today, though. So go ahead and close us out.
No, I absolutely agree. And these players, obviously, in this game as well as Fortnite, we know good and well that all these games have different updates and stuff. I actually know that there's an update on Rivals specifically this Friday that's going to be bringing just a couple small changes, but nothing too crazy that players do have to adapt to. So be curious to see how championships go with a few of those changes and everything. But again, as Robbie mentioned, we appreciate you all being part of the stream, being part of the K12 Esports League. Being considered family with all the coaches and the players and everything like that. So we really, really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you on stream again.
Y'all take care.